All right. Can you guys see my live?
I will in a second. What's up, Dillon? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Doing alright.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm in now.
All right, cool. When everybody gets over there, let me know, and I'll continue on. Oh shoot. Gosh, this whole YouTube thing. Okay. All right. So basically, is that everybody in? Royal, you there?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Okay. So let's start on a blank chart.
Okay, let's start on a blank chart.
Shit. Somebody's gonna have to mute. Okay. There we go. All right. So my favorite is I like the 90-minute and I like the 4 hour. Those are some of my favorite charts. But
You think we you don't you think we just keep going up or what?
long term, or
No,
for
like I shorted at 1450 and I'm like I should just take my loss.
yeah, I mean, let's be real. This dollar is holding. You're not in live time, so bear with me. You guys have a slight delay. The dollars,
Yeah, I was just gonna say your YouTube is lying.
yeah, it automatically does that. But inside this box is the last support we have, right? On the dollar. If the dollar loses this, if you break out it on the daily, we could literally come all the way down to in between the 104 and 105 area on the dollar,
Which would bring Biddy to like 26 probably.
maybe even higher, maybe closer to 27 to 30.
I know as soon as I cut this short, it's gonna fucking dump. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to advise you because I don't want to be in that
we've been
position.
in, Dylan, we've been in this position before. We know the
We
hard way.
It's true. It's true. We've been on the wrong side of it and the good side of it and all. But literally, here's what I'm looking for. The dollar could come all the way down to 104 to 105 and retest and still be a bullish retest, which in essence just catapults us for our next move, right? So the dollar comes down and bounces, and if it goes up and sets a new high, I mean, Bitcoin gets hammered. Bitcoin will go from where we're at now, somewhere in this range here. It's going to be our next battle for support. One could argue as low as 28, and then I'm looking at 27.5. I've been saying that for a couple weeks, but right in that area, if the dollar goes to 104, we're looking between 27 and 30,000. And
I'm covering at 1575. Fuck it.
yeah, I mean, there's so many variables. Like, who knows what that dollar is gonna do? You know?
I know my liquidity though. My liquidation is 2850. I mean, I could hold this out, but do I really want to be down fucking 9 grand? I don't think so.
Right? No, that's no fun.
No, it's not fun.
That's no fun at all. Because, man, there's just
I wanted one. Like I would think we would get one big dip. Well, we did to 1500, but I was asleep.
right. If we're gonna get a dip, it needs to be happening now because we're in the golden pocket.
All right, hold on. And is this money flow the mama turtle or a baby turtle?
Well, I mean, the money flow is right. It's something you don't want to get on the wrong side of when it starts coming in.
I canceled my my cover. I don't know. I just listen. Like I said, I can. You know, I'm okay. It's just like this fucking thing can't keep going up.
Why can't it?
Right. That's a good point.
Look at the when you see it on my screen. Bitcoin where it's at right now. My number was 26.3 if we flip it into support, because if you look over here, there's literally nothing going. We just free fell. There's no resistance for another 20% move.
And Nasdaq's ripping.
Yeah, Nasdaq's melting faces. The dollar is down 0.66% today. And we have no real resistance. I mean, look at the screen. It's just straight dumpage vector candles all the way down.
If this is doing the Elliott wave on the 2-week monthly time frame, then 29K is the top of like the first, what is it, 1, 2, 3 down?
Yeah.
So it would be, I just covered half. So the targets you're talking about would be the top of that wave, which would bring it down to like 13 or 3.
Yeah, I think 3 is a bit much, but
That's
yeah.
crazy, yeah, I know.
Look, right there is my support for it, the 26,950. But let's pop over to the daily and just look to see where the high volume node is.
You know what? I'd feel better if I just fully covered. Fuck it.
Bruh.
Still in the game.
I mean yeah.
I'd rather it be that than like that one time. That was not good.
No, that was not good.
I think that was April something.
Yeah.
I fell asleep with a $1.3 million position and got liquidated.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Sucks. But you know what? That's why I'd rather take a loss now, even though it sucks.
Right.
Then I could re-enter.
I mean, you take a $10,000 loss today, and it's nothing that you can't make back in a day or two.
I know that.
You take a $100,000 loss, that messes with you mentally.
I've been there, bro.
Yeah, I'm not telling you anything new. But yeah, like the high volume.
You know, fucking cryptic will fucking kill me because I had a stop loss in and I was like, you know what? I was going out and I was like, fuck it. I just stop losses, man. I'm telling you, they're very very fucking important, man.
If you do not use a stop loss, you will not be leverage trading for long.
No, that's a fucking fact, Jack.
Yep. So one thing to keep in mind for sure. But yeah, there's on this measured move, dude. There's no resistance. High volume nodes, $30,000. And just in the local range here, we flipped that to support a few days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. And
anyone in any trades?
what's that?
Is anyone in any trades?
Oh, I'm long.
I just started building a short on XRP. Muni bonds, you mean?
What's that?
I fucking shorted Sol.
I didn't know what you meant. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I didn't know if you said municipal bonds.
No, I'm long on Bitcoin.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think you guys traded munis.
No, I didn't. I actually just closed out my my stock portfolio today.
For a loss?
Well, no. So I took 110,000 of profits over the past, I don't know, from November till before the 1st of January. I shaved about 110 out of it. And then from January 1, my guy has went from 374,000 to 268.
Yeah, Dillon, I gotta stop being on the wrong side of you, bro.
Yeah.
For some, we made that agreement a long time ago, and I don't know, man.
I don't know either, brother.
Yo,
I'm about to get. I have the rest of my order at 1570. Yeah, I'm gonna take a 9 grand hit.
hey, Dillon.
Boy. Starting to come down.
I'm about to get done. I told you as soon as I fucking sell.
Did you sell?
Yeah, I covered half, and I'm about to get done on the other half. Fuck it. Like I said, I'm still comfortable, so I'm okay.
Risk is still real.
But it just sucks. It sucks, man.
It does suck. You know, this. See where I'm at with it. I'm in a 4x Bitcoin long, and I've got. Let's see how much. 137,000 on it.
Yeah, I'm done. Of course, and watch this motherfucker drop. Watch it drop like a rock.
Dude, could you check Sol, please?
Might drop some, but I was building the short on XRP because of the divs on the 7 and 15 minute.
Did you say Sol?
Yes, please.
Okay. Yeah.
The shorts are from 46.4.
So the dollar, gosh. See, this is the thing about the dollar, man. It's building a bear flag right now. Money flows still coming out. RSI is down. BWAP going down. It's looking like the next move for the dollar is down. We may come up to 106.90 for a little retest of local support. And then if that fails and it starts dropping again, Bitcoin's going to take a moonshot. But if the dollar rips, you know, Bitcoin's going to drop like a rock. My thoughts on this, and then we'll move on to Sol, is Bitcoin's in a position right now to where you could catch a 20% move, and that doesn't happen very often. And if that move exists, I want to be in on it. What's that?
Oh, no, sorry. I was just talking to my buddy.
Oh.
You came in at 23.3 on that long?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm gonna ride it. See what happens. Because
So where are you at now? Like, what's your edge?
I'm at 23.3. That's what I told everybody. I wanted to see the breakout, the retest, and then some move forward of this channel. And we have since gotten all of that. Which time frame did that?
Should I, because you know me, I like to be in a trade.
I,
It's not always good to be in a trade.
it's not always good to be in a trade. And right now it's a 50-50 shot, maybe 60-40 that we go higher. We've got a nice breakout of this channel. We've been in this channel for a long time, and we've not had a move this high outside of it. So
Yeah, man. This
It's-
was the breakout, and we did call this shit. And of course, I took the other side of the coin.
yeah.
I didn't believe it. I didn't think it was true.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your head around. And I talked about this Wednesday on my last live stream with the HLX people. I was looking for it to break out the bottom side.
Me too.
But we caught a short down there in the bottom and still made good money on it. And then right after that CPI data came out, we've done nothing but punt. We came up, we respected the channel beautifully. We came back down to the local golden pocket off of it, and we bounced right out of the channel. So you get maybe 3 or 4 chances a year in Bitcoin to catch a 20% move that's going to happen in a matter of a few days.
2 weeks.
Yep. And this is an opportunity to be on the right side of it. I'm not saying it's gonna go up there. I hope it does. And if it does, I'm gonna make 50 grand if it does. So that's where I'm at with it.
Alright, well, I need to recover 9 grand, so.
All right.
How does that get into where, see, that's part of the problem I have with this past trade that I closed. ETH outperforming by such a large margin. I'm trying to use Bitcoin as a, as a waypoint to where I should be putting in and putting out. But 17% a day versus what?
Bro, it was like, I'm not even kidding you, it was like 900 basis point fucking difference.
Ethereum's up 41% in the past 7 days.
Yeah.
That's face melting numbers. Now, the reason I'm in Bitcoin is because when there's these big moves, okay, Bitcoin only moved 5% today. But like, yeah, right.
People would kill for that in a year.
Right. You get on the wrong side of Ethereum that moves 12 or 14% in a day, you're hurt. You're hurt bad.
I know, ETH is just kind of like my bitch, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might convert into BTC for this move just because I can't, yeah, that just hurt too bad.
Yeah, but so you're saying ETH maybe frontman Biddy? That might be a sign, though.
Yeah.
That might be a sign what Biddy's gonna do. Because if he took that run first, then it's probably meaning, not like Bitcoin's not up. I know it's 23.5, but maybe that's like a precursor to what's gonna happen.
So anytime ETH leads Bitcoin, it's generally not healthy. I think Buddy was even talking about this. It's not a healthy for the market move. It never sticks. It'll go. It may run up quite a bit, but it never holds.
Right.
So there will be an epic short to come out of this. I promise you that. I want to catch it both ways, and we got to go higher before we go low. 20% down from here on Bitcoin, I think is a slower move than 20% up.
I'm kind of, let me see. What time frame you looking at? 4 hour?
On which one?
Biddy.
All right. Let me do Solana real quick for I think that was Fanboys asking for it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You bet. All right. So here we've got Solana. Golden Pocket rejection at the moment. Not much of one. Usually when you hit those, you get a harder reaction on that big of a time frame. So, shit, man.
To me, it looks like it wants to come down more.
It does. If I'm in Solana, I'm looking for a retest in these areas. And when you start getting bullish confirmations on Bitcoin and Solana,
Because
That-
I shorted 46.4. So already it's nearly down like $1 for me.
that's good. That's way good. These would be my points of interest for Solana. If you think it's going to continue to move up. These gray boxes.
Yeah, I was eyeing TP1 at 44.5.
Okay, that's great. If that's where you feel like you want to take profit. Don't be scared to pay yourself. Because when you drop down on these lower time frames, we're just laddering up, and it's very technical and it's a very beautiful thing to watch. We're wave up, come back down, check support, bounce from support, come back down, check support, bounce again, higher highs, higher lows, and there's a case to be made that we got lots of room to move up. and I've been a mega bear. So
Yeah, we spotted everything.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't even look for longs. I would only wait for the pumps to short them. My portfolio is very healthy because of that. But
My portfolio is not healthy today because they released a Solana gambling game. It's a hell of a lot of fun.
oh shit. Right. So that would be the areas I'm looking for on Solana. This Bitcoin move, I tried to get everybody in it last night. I was hoping it was going to take off. It didn't. We ran a tight stop loss. We got stopped. And lo and behold, New York came on and, like, you know, gave everybody the middle finger, said we're still going up.
I left mine open at 22.
Nice.
Yeah. And even put some more buys, limits or whatever.
Right. See, and that's the damnedest thing, right? Like when I'm signaling, because the way I want to trade it, a swing is pretty risky, because if I'm trying to catch a swing, I'm expecting a 20% move. And I don't want to lead people into getting wrecked. So that's why I always run tight stop losses. We're never stuck in a trade though.
I was asleep when that signal popped.
Oh, you didn't miss much.
Yeah, if there was a stop, if everyone got stopped, then I didn't miss much.
Right. So
Some years, and we've had more wins than losses.
yes, by a large margin. But here nor there, this rally could fall flat on its face tomorrow, or tonight, but it could also rip to 29.6 and not really have much in between it. Because I promise you, when you see this thing flip 24,000, watch out. I think it may run straight to 25 and test it.
Yeah, I was looking at 25, 450, I think it was.
Yeah. So 25 is going to be a big psychological number. It messes with people's head. But just look at the VPR on the side. There is no volume in between where we're at and 30,000. Starts coming in a little bit around 28.
I think you're on that, but
But I mean, the technicals of the way this thing is trading is unbelievable right now. We got a little bit of fuckery last night, but it really wasn't. It just went a little bit lower than the golden pocket.
I think I'd enter ETH at like maybe 1550.
To long ETH?
Yeah.
Gosh, man, ETH is. Whew. I don't know. It's hard to tell somebody to long a coin that's up 41% in 7 days. I mean, that's it does have room to run. I mean, right now, what is that? Let me do this right. So 6 bars in 6 days, it's up 57%.
Which is kind of like where all the crypto gains come during the year. They come within 2 weeks,
Yeah.
10 days or something, and then I'll just sit somewhere. I mean, except for COVID, that's a little different. But traditionally, the biggest moves are within, I think it's 14 days or some shit like that.
Yeah. So ETH actually has less percentage to go up from where it's at than Bitcoin before it hits resistance. Big.
I don't know, 30 saying 18. I think 17. But again, I was short at 14.50, so fuck a lot.
Yeah. It's tough. I don't really want to be giving signals out. I will tell y'all what I think, but right now it's you don't want to short it, I don't think. Not yet. But do you want to long something that's up 57% in 6 days?
I will with a stop loss does that.
You're really far away from your phone. I can't hardly understand you.
Oh, I gotta get a Bluetooth, that's why.
Uh,
Can you hear me a little better now?
much better.
Okay, sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah, I said with a safe stop loss, I will.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna take this trade. I'm gonna take a 15.50 entry with, I don't know. Let's see.
What do you think of the 15-minute on Bitcoin there, Dylan?
I mean, it's showing like it's getting exhausted on the 15-minute on Bitcoin.
Yeah. Previous, think it'll go to that previous wick there. Those two candles side by side. Where is it at here? 22.8, I think they are.
No, there's my jump for no volume though.
Yeah, 22.8. Yeah, well, that post.
Oh, okay.
Let me look at this. Swing channel. All right, yeah. So this is what I typed. Bitcoin is making the move that I wanted to see yesterday. Then I signaled this, or when I signaled this, the swing. Please don't FOMO in. It still needs to retest the breakout of the rising channel to validate this move. That retest should be right around 22.841. If we bounce from there, it is likely to see 27K. This is not a signal, just what I see could possibly happen.
Yeah, okay. Kind of makes sense, so.
It does, and that would be the move that would validate the break of the channel if we bounce from there. I also think 34.3 is a key number, that if we hold it, we could bounce from there too without necessarily validating the move. 34,000. What? Wait, what?
So you said 34K.
Oh,
Or are you talking about 24?
no, 23.3. Sorry. I find that is a very interesting number. But yeah, I mean, we could come down and test 22.8, and there's a chance this thing turns around and just completely fails.
Well, it also depends on equities. I mean, I hate to say it, but I've been saying it for months.
Right.
Look, Dow's up 7 months. Nasdaq's up fucking 3%, 350 points. But it's still low. I mean, you know, I don't know. Equity markets always look like 6 months ahead, too. So that might tell you something about what's happening. Netflix reports that's probably going to be important. They report in, I think, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I also looked at something saying that there's a lot of money on the sidelines because this is blackout period, because a lot of the equity holders for their other earning reports have to send money till Friday, right? So
Right.
I don't know if that means anything or that's enough to worry about.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely, I want to see what Netflix spreads.
I think this little gray box that you see on the DXY, I think will tell a lot of what's going to happen with Bitcoin. We drop below, we pump. We get back above it and start moving up, Bitcoin will dump.
You know about the
I'm leaning more. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards it will fall. That's just me. These markets have been rough lately, but also Bitcoin's been as technical as it could possibly be. So, I mean, we've had how many days of the most beautiful range trading ever? 199 or 33 days.
I think I might get done on my
What?
other kind of ones, which
Yeah. I mean, that's
but if I get done, we'll talk about stop loss. I should put. Yeah, there's some heavy sell orders right now.
yeah. I'm sure it's a lot of people taking profits.
Right.
So
Which they should. They're taking my profits though.
yeah. Well, that's the thing, right? Like these big moves up, and then you get some exhaustion. It's maybe not necessarily weakness. It's just some people pulling profits out and see where the pullback lands, and maybe they reinvest their profits back into their trade, and we bump again.
Of course, they're degenerate. That's what they do.
Right. So
Do you have Bitstamp, the Bitcoin Bitstamp chart?
no, but I can get one.
Yeah, just pull that up and take a look at the monthly for me, and let me know what you think of that money flow. Is it going to cross down or just pop right back up like last time?
Shit. Shake my magic 8 ball here.
I know, right?
How many days is left? 12. Okay. So what I kind of foresee happening, especially if we recover back up to 27, is this monthly will dip into the red, but barely. And then I think the weekly, the way it's coming up right now, and the daily start to pull it right back up into the green.
Yeah.
So I think that you will see red on the monthly, but if we bounce back up to 27, 28,000 and we range up there instead of down here, would anybody be surprised?
No, I'm just curious what you think of that money flow.
Yeah, I mean, that thing can't hardly make another candle without turning red at this point.
That wick there on the monthly and just above us, that's where I got the 25,450 as well. So if you zoom in a little, you should see a wick on the red candle.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, so that's why I was kind of thinking that might be a spot for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, and it's also a big mental number. 25,000's a very big psychological number. Another thing, check this out. So this is very interesting to me. On the 10-hour time frames, if you look through history, when we get these big moves down, we poke up into the green for just a little bit, get a little nice red, and create a bear or a bullish divergence on the money flow, and it goes back to green. Over the past times that it's done this, we've gotten at least another 8 to 12% move out of it. Sometimes in upwards of 15 on that second wave back into the green. And then it's usually followed by a pretty epic downturn.
Right, yeah.
Because I mean, it happened here again. We nipped the green, go back red, and then once we crossed green again, we ascend 21%. And that makes perfect sense for what we got going on right now.
Yeah, throughout history, isn't there usually that sharp upturn, then a sharp downturn?
Yes, there is.
Right in the middle of the bear market, yeah. So we're kind of looking for that in the high 20s.
Right. And then,
Some heavy ads coming in right now on my bed at least.
I mean, if you talk another 15%, you're 25,000 there. And if it goes 22,000 or 22%, you're up 26.6. And another thing to keep in mind is those numbers are from 2 or 3 years ago. There's a lot more people in Bitcoin than there was then. So that 15 or 20% could easily become 25 or 30% if FOMO kicks in.
Right, yeah.
So those are kind of my thoughts. I want to see 23.3 hold. Worst case scenario, if 22.8 falls, I'm going to be looking to get out of this position because the measured move back down on our local beautiful little channel here is also a very healthy, like what, 12%. So I'm
We do have on the 2 week, like big green dot with money flow flattening out. You don't use MFI2, but MFI2 is also starting to curve up underneath money flow, which is pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah,
I like that.
fucking pump it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a now or never type thing for Bitcoin right now.
Yeah.
We're either gonna pump here or we're not gonna pump for a long time.
Let's see what, I think Netflix might actually move this shit. It's gonna affect futures for, the NASDAQ.
Well, you know, the good news about that, Netflix earnings probably can't be worse than their last report.
This is true.
We have that, so right.
Oh wow, they must have just reported because shit just flipped from minus like 2% to up 10%. So it must have just been out.
So
It's up half.
Netflix is up 10%.
Watch what Betty does and he's probably gonna rally. I don't know the news yet, but I just was on the chart and I just saw. Okay. Alright. Dow rallied more than 700 points as trading sat at the bottom of them. Now, I don't know if I fucking agree with that, but whatever. And the thing about earnings too, like that ticket, like Netflix, just up 17% or 10%. Now it's up 4 because now just watch it. I mean, people gotta digest the call and all that.
Yeah, I mean, in the last 15 minutes, Bitcoin or Netflix is up over 12% in ripping face right now. Look at that green FU candle right there.
Yeah.
And Bitcoin is going down a little at the moment.
Yeah, that 15-minute weird looking thing is playing out.
Yeah.
But on Netflix, I remember when he first went from, like, remember when they used to mail the physical DVDs?
Yeah.
And he said he's not doing that anymore. And the stock went down like no shit, like 50%. But he was right.
Well, yeah.
He's done that. I don't think he's in charge anymore. I'm not sure. But I wouldn't bet against Netflix. I really wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't either.
I mean, nah. I definitely wouldn't. The same thing with Tesla. People can talk all the shit they want. Oh yeah. Meanwhile, now he's got to buy Twitter.
Maybe. That'll be a battle in itself.
Now, Netflix is all over. Now it's off.
Yeah. So
Now it's up 14. Now it's up 7%. Jesus.
Yeah, watch Tesla when they come out with diamond batteries one day.
gosh, damn, look at that 15-minute candle. Netflix is 15-minute candle has moved over 13.6%.
Stonks.
Here are the results. Yeah, I'm gonna send it to the group. There we go.
Oh, here we go. Some inverse shit happening. Bitcoin's going down. XRP's going up. Right on.
Oh, futures aren't open. Sorry.
I mean, the Dixie on these lower time frames, just lower highs, lower lows, lower high, lower low. It's trying to bottom out. It's trying to bottom out.
Dixie hit the ATR low, and Bitcoin hit the ATR high.
Yep.
And check out that bear div on the Dixie 3-day.
Yeah. Money flow's starting to come down sharp.
Yeah.
And it could come all the way down here to this 104 area again, like I said, and still be bullish. So we were
I can't see what chart you're on. I'm sorry. What chart are you on?
Dixie.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, like maybe it needs another one more bear div on the 3-day or something before total collapse or something.
Yeah, if it even happens. Okay, so Dixie's getting a little relief right now. But look at the money flow on the 6 hour. Hang on, I'll be right back, guys. Hello. Hey, baby. Oh, on a live. What you up to? Uh-huh. No, I said I'm on a live. I don't think so, baby. I don't think I do. All right, love you. Bye.
There you go. That's fine. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah. So I
we're expecting 5 whatever. Watch the thing rip later after the call.
Netflix?
Like, that's a little move for this stuff. Boo.
She's trying to.
I'm dropping out of Bitcoin for a while. I'm going to let this cool off. It looks like it might fall.
We could. Very well could.
Yeah, let's change my order. I'm gonna go on slower here. I was a big ladder man. I stopped doing that and I shouldn't have. It's where I made my most money.
Well, I had this Bitcoin long in Beto, and I don't want to get decapped after hours.
Yeah.
Right. Nah, I don't blame it. So this thing's, okay. Can't see this either. My eyes are going blue. Oh, DXY is talking about channel. There it is. Well, that would be good for Biddy.
It would be. I still think it's a 50-50 if Bitcoin rips up here or just falls right back into the range. Maybe 60-40 I would lean long. But to me on my personal account, like the trade at the moment is it's worth the risk.
Yeah, the hourly just scared me off for now. I'm waiting for it to cool off, and I'm going to jump back in long.
Yeah. And that's fair.
I missed that weekend when it went to 17.5 or whatever. I don't know where I was, but damn, what a
Yeah, dude, my dad bought his first Bitcoin, and we got him in at one order at 17.8 and his next order at 18.2, and they both got filled.
Nice job. Nice job.
So
Good entry.
he's been literally nothing but profit since then. He's like, well, this shit's easy. No wonder you do it. I was like, well, cool. Yeah, chill out there, Hot Rod.
You tell them the first one's free.
Yeah.
Everybody gets one.
No, it's cool. So my old man sent me roughly about 100K, just under, and I've been trading it for him, and I pay him every 2 weeks. I send him $5,000 every 2 weeks, and that makes my heart happy every time I get to do it.
Oh, I saw my parents. Your dad might want to adopt you.
Yeah, because he just retired and he had an old backhoe and dozer and he sold them after he retired, and just like, well, I'll give it to you, see what you can do with it.
Those things were like used cars, like that. He probably bought them and used them and probably sold them for what he bought them for. Who knows? I don't know. Do you lease those or how do you do that?
Well, the way he always did his equipment was RPO, rent purchase option. So you rent it and rent it and rent it, and then like 90% of your rent goes to the purchase of it. But if you default on your rent, or like you run into hard times, you can just send it back. You don't have to keep paying on it. You lose all the money that you put in it, just as it just acts as you were renting it. And then you can write all that shit off on your taxes too.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so I think I might get done here. Yeah, I'm about to be filled.
Oh, you're going in at 1550?
Yep.
Yeah, you're going to get filled.
Yep. Any second.
Watch it turn around. Give you a good old U-turn, about 8 cents from Phil.
Literally, like, it was like 1550.08.
Uh-huh.
Buy it.
I know, I got it on my watch list.
Literally went exactly to my fucking point. And then didn't fill me. But every time I say that, then it fills me, so.
Yeah, you're going to get filled. Like, we've got some cooling off to do.
Yep. And I'm alright with that. Like, look at that. Look at that perfect little hit. Here we go. Done.
There it is.
Partially. Now I'm done.
Yeah, you're below now.
Just one holiday. I'm gonna do 1540 now. Here we go.
You filling a long order?
Okay.
Crazy. Motherfucking crazy.
Just like you're reading my mind. Yeah, I think once the Netflix earnings call goes through, I think, I don't know, I don't think it's a dead thing.
I don't know. I'm going to look to add to my position if we retest the 22.8 and we look bouncy from there.
Yeah, I'm just taking it easy. Like, I got low liquidation. I'm not going in heavy right now. It's not the time to do it.
No.
If we dip hard, maybe, but I don't know. This is gonna bounce back up. No doubt. People taking profits, and rightfully so. They should.
They should. Got to pay yourself.
Yeah, who wouldn't take profits after a 40% move in whatever? I'm anyway.
Right. But I mean, hell, if this daily crosses over, You could. We could see a hell of a rally.
Yeah, you know the rules. Oh, good, you got it. All that noise.
Yeah, I mean, the daily money crossover is a powerful thing in either direction. And we are 2 or 3 days to see if it crosses over or not. Does anybody else have anything they want me to look at while I'm here?
XRP.
XRP. All right. What a shit coin.
I know, right?
I have.
Easy there.
Hey, I think XRP is going to be a monster. It's just trading like a shit coin for months.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be couch locked until they figure out what to do with the case.
For sure.
I mean, that's why it's sitting on my ledger and I don't even pay attention to it anymore. I've got alerts way up at resistance, and one day I'll get surprised and they'll go off.
Right.
I think it has something to do with Jeb and how much he has left.
I don't think that has much to do with it.
No, I don't think.
Not anymore. It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot scarier of a thought when he had, what, 300 million of them, and the price was $1.20.
Yeah, he's dumped like what, 70% of what he has.
Yeah, I think he only has like.
He's closer to being dumped out.
I think he.
Only had a couple more runs left.
Yeah, I think he's only got like 32 million left.
Yeah. And he's probably sitting on those until it breaks all-time highs again.
I think he has to sell them every month or something.
He has to sell them every so often.
It's part of the agreement or something like that with his departure. Yeah.
Or can only sell a certain amount.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. You can only sell a certain amount.
I mean, you could make a case. The XRP is fighting to get back above the last little piece of resistance before going to 26, 25 cents again.
I'd like to buy there. Yeah.
Because, I mean, look where we're at right now, and there's very little there, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the next big zone I'd buy more would be about 23 cents.
Yeah.
Yummy.
I've got so much exposure in XRP compared to everything else. Like, I don't want to add more, but my entry sucks.
Got a few shit coins like that.
So I've just been doing spot swings on one and just taking the profits and waiting for it to cool off and trying to stack it, and been doing pretty decent.
Noise.
Awesome.
I did actually just make profit on it a little bit ago because it's
It's up 15%.
It is.
It's-
I think it's going to hit some pretty decent resistance at like 27.5.
Yeah.
If it pulls back to 23 again, I'll load back up.
I like one. That's something you could. I think it will be an absolute monster next bull run. I think FTX. I think Solana.
I mean, one's a really good project. It's got a tiny market cap and its potential returns back to all-time highs like 16 or 17x.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
Right. Like,
I just found the ultimate shitcoin.
oh boy, what do we got?
My fucking currency. Jesus fucking horrific.
Oh,
This is. I'm looking at the chart against the dollar. We're just getting fucking punished.
Yeah.
I think BTTC BitTorrent might have a run in a few years.
It could. But I mean,
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Tron too. Like Tron's one I kind of want to load up on.
Wow.
Really? You trust Justin?
Justin Sun? Fuck that guy.
You trust Justin? Like, did
I
you
don't
see that
necessarily
term for that?
But I think Tron's a good network.
He seems like a wonderful.
He's got some sleeping on.
He seems to just make liquidity come out of fucking nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like the Federal Reserve.
I bet he's probably got a bigger printer than Paul.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
So when Tom was under attack, like what, 2 weeks back, 3 weeks back, when his stablecoin was under attack, he just started fucking coming with money out of nowhere to protect that peg. Like Bitcoin couldn't protect shit. UST fell like a rock, but Trump stayed up.
and one is 1,236% down.
Yeah.
So if a person put 10 grand in there right now, and it just goes back up to 35 cents.
Yeah, I mean it's over a 10x.
Yeah.
And then you're buying what average Trump needs to buy.
What's that?
That's an Aave.
Dalton what?
That's an Aave. A-O-U-E. Aave.
AAUE?
A-A-U-E. Yes, you don't remember that code?
Oh,
What is up? It's not Avalanche, is it?
yeah.
No, Avalanche is AWX.
He fled, it was called, before it became AAVE.
Yeah.
What do you speak on?
No, it was East Len. PH Len.
Oh yeah, okay.
Rebranded to Aave.
Oh, that IPO way back.
See, this is what amazes me of how greedy people are. And I'm guilty of it too. In what? October, September, November of last year, we would have begged for these prices on altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, you name it. Like we would have offered our firstborn children to get an 86% dip on things like Aave and Solana and shit like that. And now it's here and nobody wants to buy.
I thought I missed the boat on so when I was at 150.
Right.
Check out down the bottom.
There we go. Biddy's still holding 23.3. I like that. That makes my heart happy.
And now I'm like, I didn't want to have a year, but that's the degenerate.
No, you're good. You're good. But you're green. Let's see where this 15 cools off to. A 90-minute looks a little toppy, but I don't know. I just, God,
15.5, I think, my next entry.
there's just nothing in between us and freaking 29. To me, the risk is worth it.
NASDAQ looks like it's finally catching up to Netflix. Not catching up, but it's finally moving.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you sell that car?
NASDAQ ripping. Look at that perfect retest. We pulled that out the other day, right? Highway?
What?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Look.
I know that we had that as a retest zone, but it dropped like a rock yesterday. It really bummed me out because I actually bought TQ right at the top yesterday. I bought it and then it just started dropping like a rock, and I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna hold it, because every other time I cut it, it reverses on me, and fortunately it just that.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
So I was like, no, I'm a buyer from here all the way down at this point. Like, I'm just dumping money into TQQQ from here.
it's right in that the larger golden pocket too, and you know it flipped.
Yeah.
If we flip it, you're talking another potential 5%.
Oh yeah.
Easy.
I think. Well, we just chopped out that like 12,150 resistance there on the daily. So.
Right.
Yeah, 12.6-ish.
13.7 would be a hell of a rally and a great place to look to short.
Yeah. Well, so I've got, if it continues from here, I've got 13.5 right around there as a big daily resistance, and then it's also that would touch the top of the channel that it's in. So that's kind of my get out and wait and reassess point.
Right. Makes sense.
But that would end up.
Is that NQ1 is accurate? Like,
Yeah, that's
delayed a little.
Well, so in Q1, you have to pay like $4 a month for CME futures real time, but NQ1 is the highest volume contract for the NASDAQ. That's the current contract in front for futures.
Right.
Look at that. Look at that gap Netflix has to fill.
That's insane.
What's up? Another 10%?
So
No.
it doesn't like
30 probably.
earnings this week.
Jesus, 65%.
Not a lot of volume for after hours. 3.4 on Netflix within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Dude, if it fills that gap, Netflix is going to bounce 65%.
Win PayPal. Dude, I half my fucking contract.
You gotta join one of the streaming.
Oh Jesus, yeah, half my contracts have expired worthless on PayPal. So I'm just like, I've got a few leaps left that I'm just gonna sit in them.
Yeah, you might as well. I mean, what else
It's
you
done
doing?
nothing but go down. I bought them in February, like right before
Oof.
Russia invaded. It was like, it had gapped down really hard twice. It was under the 200 week. It was way oversold, and I was like, well, I mean, fuck, this is a safe bet. And then yeah, we go full on recession mode immediately.
That was another bad night. I think that was February 23rd, about 11 o'clock at night, EST.
Yeah.
I got off the league. I checked my computer, and fucking Putin invaded. And that was it. Bitty just dropped like a rock.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, I even jokingly said I should buy a bunch of Lockheed stock and didn't. And what did it do?
You can never go wrong buying us. You can never go wrong buying dividend-paying stocks and like defense shit.
Yeah.
Like I remember Boeing when it was like $77. I went hard on Boeing. I was just while ago, but
I mean, Netflix, or not Netflix.
Sorry. Carry on.
Oh, sorry. PayPal, you're talking 7.9% to cover that gap, and if it really wants to get wild, a 40% move up.
Yeah, which gap are you looking at? You looking at the one from June?
Well, this gap here is from June. That's about another 8% to close that. But the
I'm
one,
looking at that massive, the one from February.
the one from April's 39% away,
There is one from April, isn't there?
and the one from February has been closed.
Did you guys see the gap for BTC?
Oh, no, it hasn't. Jesus. Whew. That gap happened February 2nd. Yeah, you're 97% away.
Oh man, I can do it. People just need to realize how great PayPal is.
Yeah, not archaic or anything.
Yeah. Just needs to like.
So did you see Betty's CME gap up at 27?
Yep.
How do you, what's the chart for that?
BTC one, bang.
Yeah, literally BTC1 and then exclamation mark.
And then think it's just like in Q1, like it'll split out and just do current contract in front. It always has the highest vol.
Should be one of the.
Oh, right there.
You're in there.
There's the gap there.
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So I can't see it.
So my mic wouldn't work, so I had to go to YouTube. So I'm talking to you guys while live on YouTube. Probably not real entertaining for people not on this call. But
I just muted the stream so it doesn't double hear it.
oh,
Well, they just need to join the Discord and they wouldn't have a problem.
it's true. The link is in there. Some random person's watching. But yeah, if Bitcoin wants to fill that gap, we got another 23% to go.
Yeah, there's the last CME gap. The last one is down at 9K.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the daily. Look at the, I mean, you're talking the W bottom recovery could be right around the corner. Fill the gap, and then yeah, I mean, do I see a case where we get above 30? No. I think it'd be a epic short from there.
So there's that one last gap from May at 36, and then that may be the last gap. That may be the last gap down. Can you pan into it? Yep, that's it.
That's it.
So if it fills 36, then the last gap on the chart is down at 9K.
That's scary thoughts.
Way back.
Yeah, I need more Solana. Fuck me.
It's not going to show it on this one.
Yeah, flip to the daily, go back to...
But the next rally, Solana's just gonna rip.
X. But I don't want Solana for the coin. I want to buy more NFTs.
Oh, yeah, I don't fuck with that.
So hang on, let me find where I see it at. It is
I'm obsessed with it at the moment.
It's a very small gap, but it is July of 20. You gotta zoom in.
J- July of 20, you said?
Yeah, so where it first hops up, that little hump there.
Yeah, we got a gap there. Yeah.
Before the green candle, there's a small gap. There it is.
Shit, that's a tiny gap, man.
It is, but it's the last one.
1%.
It'll drop 80% just to fill that one.
Just to fill. All right.
It'll wick it and nub it. It's all over.
We go long scale on the Bitstamp. The last largest wick unfilled is at 3,800.
3,800?
Yeah, it's the biggest wick on my screen, and that's
I gotta afford a Bitcoin.
Wouldn't that be something? Eh?
I'll buy a Bitcoin and they'll be like, that's some old shit. We don't even use that anymore.
That's right. Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
You know? Like, how many of you are still looking to buy full Bitcoins, like realistically? Or would you rather diverse into an altcoin that you know, proven fact that it will be here in the next cycle?
I'd rather stack reliable alts.
Yeah, I mean, the percentage of return is much better.
That thing is going nowhere.
I like Matic and Link though.
Link's going to be a monster.
When it gets going.
Yeah.
I still think in ADA. I still got a lot of faith in XRP. I like one.
Respected his chart, and Dillon, you could look at this one, but I mean, Polkadot, man, has really respected itself a lot. I mean, it's pretty like, I don't know, man. It's just, you know, yeah, of course it went down, but it didn't, you know, it wasn't. Now it hasn't popped
Hyperspace last week listening to Polka Dot team, Kusama team, and all that, talking about what they've got coming up and things like that. So I definitely don't, I wouldn't underestimate them at all.
What about everybody's favorite shitcoin, ADA?
Hey, I like it.
Stablecoin.
Oh, look at that trade setup that hit. Did anybody take that? Good lord.
No, I don't like trading something that's dead and dying.
The short was not the answer, but the long bounced hard. ADA.
You're looking at the Aussie dollar is what you're looking at.
Oh, well, fuck.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, wait. Now the pound says, hey, you're out of the hospital.
I don't even have ADA. I watch list.
Where it is there, though, it's under near. It's under near.
Oh, I do. Oh, damned. Okay.
How about FTT at 20 bucks?
Yeah, I mean, she's got a little boot. She's supposed to break out of the witch boot.
I don't know, like, I don't like the coin. I don't like the coin by any means, but I don't think it's not going to do well.
Yeah, I don't think ADA's going anywhere.
Yeah.
It's not going anywhere.
No doubt about it. Sam he's like a little mini Lloyd Blackstone.
FTX is going to be insane.
It's gonna be the ultimate of telling you, man.
No, I didn't know that too.
What's up?
FTT.
Who is
The KYC or ledger,
who does?
FTX, so that you can swap within your wallet.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know what it's called with that.
Well, he's gonna buy Robin Hood.
Eventually, yeah.
So he's gonna buy Rockefeller.
Yeah, look at the daily on FTT.
Who is Mahi Arwhip? Look at the YouTube comments.
Hey. Oh. You got a new guy.
Did he join our Discord? What's that? Are they? Is he in our Discord? Huh. I don't know. You said FTT or FTX?
FTT USD.
Yeah, send those FTT, but FTX.
He's in bed with all the lawmakers.
Oh yeah.
He's not going anywhere, and he's got stupid amounts of money.
Yeah, you can't even repeat that. It's so dumb. I mean, first of all, I think he already testified in front of Congress, and he was just, no, that was him.
Yeah, he was part of that fight.
He was a part of the board that spoke.
And he lost in there, like, without a category. So it's like, this kid's gone. He could give a fuck about all that shit.
My man needs a haircut.
Man, that's part of his character now. He couldn't do that. Fuck it all up. That's his brand.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just like how he arbitraged Bitcoin back in the day, and then a group of guys, when they would buy it on one exchange, and then they noticed like in China it was selling higher, so they buy it low and then arbitrage it onto the next exchange, and that's how they made their money.
Ah, yeah.
I would do it if I could. I won't lie.
Yeah. When I first got into this, I was in a group, and there was a huge discrepancy on like VITO, and they
I expect VeChain to also do really well.
So why is that? I don't really know a lot about that, but everybody seems to really like it.
That is, it's only real world use cases. So it's got a lot of real world use cases already. So if you go look at their partners, they've partnered with Walmart, BMW, a whole bunch of big names. They can track
Didn't they get Costco too?
and logistics. Yeah, they got so many partners, so many partners. And the thing is, they're already in the US, so they already got a use case. So they supply your packaging and like ship across countries.
Yeah, supply chain tracking on the blockchain.
Yeah, their partners are huge. They've got so many partners.
Well, if you believe in it, it's on 90% sale right now.
Yeah.
This is
As much as I could.
lower. I bought it when it did its massive run up to like 26, 27. I bought it at like 9. And then I sold, I think, at 24. I sold like a big fat fucking chunk at 24.
Steak.
Did that with Gala. I'm going to do it again.
I fucked up on ADA. I bought it 25 cents and sold at $1.25, and then it fucking went to 3.
$1.25 and write it back down to 25 cents.
I know a guy bought it at $2.50. Tell me how easy.
Hey, didn't Crypto Face buy like $500,000 at the top on crypto.com?
Yes. No, but not even Crypto.com, bro. How much fucking Bitcoin bought of ADA?
Fucking Matt Damon. Yeah, I don't care what.
Solana's dropping like a rock.
Might test that view up.
So it's dropping like a rock. Yeah, I just took
Yeah, I'm gonna let it cool off a bit.
Look at one's at 14%.
Yeah, one had a nice rip today, so I'm out. I'm waiting for it to come back.
So did Nexo.
A little wedge.
Nexo went up 19% today.
Look at that Solana golden pocket rejection, just whack.
I mean, it's that.
I had a short at 47 and I missed it.
I'm unlucky. I shorted 46.4, and then I've just taken profit now.
There's no way I'm
7%. I told Bill the other day, like, I only want to trade one thing. So I jumped from Ethereum to Sol.
Yeah,
I just started doing a coin market Solana. I'm just gonna use it to see how much I can stack. I'm using like a few just to make a little bit more.
What exchange do you really gonna fall? Like everyone's acting like it's kind of weird. In cities and all that shit going on.
I don't know. I think
right now.
What?
Yeah, I'll do it. I made that.
Why would Fimex fall?
because remember they didn't allow or there's no VPN restriction.
I think
Fimex doesn't have to have VPN restriction because it's not under American rule. It's not an American company.
But they allow like you have to put some things in place. I think for KYC.
You
And if you don't restrict like if you don't have measures to restrict that, just other than
they'll get clapped for it, I think. But like Bybit's not an American company, and Binance.com is an American company. They still can't restrict.
But those two are not going anywhere.
yeah, I think Bybit's kind of good just because they've always had that restriction. Binance didn't for some time.
the thing you look at on these exchanges where they're gonna fall. I don't think a legal issue is gonna get Fimex. It's
Worried about liquidity.
the liquidity is fine there because like the thing with they never offered the 25% or 30% on your money. That's where everybody got all jacked up.
That's true.
You know, they're very modest returns.
How do you do the USD margin? Like, is it actual dollars? Like, you pull that out?
Yeah. Well, you can't.
You have to convert it.
You have to convert it to USDT.
Yeah, that's one of the regulatory things, right? Like they couldn't do straight USD pairings because you have to comply with like FINRA or something. There's a bunch of crap you have to go through. So like
Correct.
proper USD trading, they don't really like nobody does
Right.
on futures.
On futures. So that's, I mean, I trade USD margin all the time, and I hold my shit in dollars in the downturns.
Have you heard of Big yet?
Yeah.
They have some pretty good liquidity.
Isn't that what Evan Aldo just went to?
What was that?
Isn't that what Evan Aldo just went to?
I'm not sure.
He started trading something weird like that. He got a partnership or whatnot.
I mean, if Coinbase gets to do futures, that's going to put a dent in a lot of the.
I think Goldman is going to buy Coinbase
Yeah.
Yeah,
or Morgan Stanley.
BitGet. Yep, that's. I think Goldman buys them, but BitGet. Is that what you said? BitGet?
Yeah.
Yeah, Evan Aldo just partnered with them and switched to trading on theirs.
Is that U.S. based or Canada or overseas?
I have no idea. I didn't look into it. Boys, the NASDAQ ripped today. 3.11.
Sweet. I got burned on futures this week. I missed on fucking oil.
Man, did anybody see when I was talking about shorting oil and going into drip?
No. I don't.
This was a few weeks back, and I did it for like a day, and I was like, I think I'm gonna be too early, and I ended up like perfectly calling the top at the time.
Yeah. Oh, man. So what?
Back in June.
Do you short stocks? What do you use?
To short stocks, I mean, I don't have margins, so I'll either do inverse ETFs or something or buy puts.
Right. I mean, like, is there any platform that's like Bybit or Binance?
Yeah.
The
Debate, all the futures ones,
MT5, you can do the same thing.
C5, I think Thinkorswim.
Oh yeah. Did you want to speak to Dillon? Did you speak to Iron Monk? You wanted to get some info from it.
Iron Monk. No. Is he on the call? No.
No. I think he said he was.
Oh, yeah. A while back. Yeah. Yep. I got him hooked up.
He wants to trade
Forex.
75. He wants to like leverage the VIX 75.
Yeah, I got him hooked.
Is that MT5?
Yeah, it's MT5.
Now, what is the big difference between like MT4 and MT5?
It's just an updated version, more or less. It's got all the same pairs, and most things run on the MT5 now. There's way more volume on the MT5. Like,
It's just the template.
yeah, it's like $5.4 trillion dollars traded on the MT5 daily.
Like BTC. That's crazy, man. Really?
Yep.
Forex markets, dude.
Fucking crazy, dude.
All the money in the world's traded on it.
And and it still looks like it was made in 1995.
It is so archaic, dude. So archaic. Like I'm building my bot on it. It is. Oh.
I downloaded it and I gave it a couple hours to try and learn. I was like, fuck this. I don't have time. So
Yeah.
yeah, it looks like Windows 95.
It does.
I got a screen cap of it. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean you can Google image search it and pull something up probably, but it's whack.
Yeah.
It's so weird though. From the
Menus talk and
I know, but like, I guess they go with the thing if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's barely. I don't know that you could call it not broke. It bugs out a lot.
it's probably one of those things where it's got so much damn money traded on it, so many people are used to it, they're not going to touch it.
Right. That's
Old banking systems, right?
yeah.
Gotta change it.
I legit can't stand. Like
What I
MT4.
just posted in the chat, is that it?
What you put?
Winner and
Yeah, that's the MT5 right there
Where is that?
in the Discord chat.
yeah, it looks like it's low.
Yeah,
It feels
That's
like
Windows 95 interface. That's all.
it looks like I've got to actually, like, you know, the olden day joining to the internet, like waiting for it to fucking connect.
Oh,
Near dial-up just by looking at it.
we got a no vote on the copy trading.
It was definitely not Martin. Definitely wasn't Martin.
How does that copy trading work? Is it just like you sign up to follow somebody and you automatically enter like a bot when they do?
Yeah, so you link your account percentage based.
Okay.
Can you monetize that for yourself though? Like get something out of it?
I do. I get a certain percentage per each account.
Oh, okay, that's not bad then.
No. I just created a new account yesterday. I'm gonna see if I can get it set up. I'm gonna have to start trading on it because I don't want you people to see how much money I have. No offense.
$100 billion.
I know it's more than me though. That's all I need to know.
$10.
Because it
I remember me that much.
it shows your total account balance in there.
No, that doesn't seem.
You can't hide it, like,
Mm.
hit a button and hide it.
Well, maybe, but do you want to follow somebody's trade account that hides their balance?
I think at this stage we trust you. Your account balance could say fucking zero. I wouldn't
Yeah,
even
it seems
trust.
like it would do like percentage of wins and they
It'll tell you all that.
So
I don't
if
care
your
what somebody's
account
account
shows,
balance is if they win 90% of the time.
Right.
yeah, like your account could show $1 million fucking dollars, but you fucking could have pissed $2 million down the rim by losing the trades. But if I see your fucking win rate is like 90%, and I'm like, hey, fuck, this guy does well. Even if you've got a small account, it doesn't matter. But I think the USD value doesn't matter at all. I think it's the percentage that matters the most.
Yeah.
The
Well, I mean,
rates are more important.
well, yes and no, right? I could throw down some 100x cross margin trades and blow that percentage out of the water. But if I only make $50 on it, is that really doing any good?
You can't think of it though, because remember you built your brand on the Mr. 3%. Now you're saying dollar accounts?
I see your point too, because they can be a hell of a lot more cavalier with $50 than they can with 100,000.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying from a marketing standpoint, not the way I believe percentage is what matters.
That being good, just be careful, man. Be careful out there, brother.
Yeah. Like I don't know that I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna, like, enough people are interested in it, I'm gonna look into it.
Can you control it as well? Like, can you say X amount of people can follow me, or this list can follow me? Or is it wide open to whoever?
I think it's wide open because they start trying to drive traffic to you as well.
Oh,
Which You know, at that point, it's more the merrier. And I also need to check with my business partners with my bot because then I'm kind of competing against myself if I'm doing copy trading as well.
Yeah.
Now I could do it a private group and set it up under a fake name.
Well, you know me, when I live stream, you don't know where I'm at.
Yeah, there you go. Me too. Me too.
I'm order tonight.
I'll wear a wig and fake tits.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get a real doll.
Oh man. All right, gentlemen. I think that is my cue to bounce.